Hey guys, Marcel here. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd hop on here and share a quick video about what I'm making for dinner tonight. I am making old-fashioned ham and potato chowder. This soup is creamy and delicious and super flavorful. If you watched my vlog from over the weekend, and if you didn't, I'm gonna put a link to it up here so you can check it out when we're done with this video. But if you did watch it, you saw we made a big old ham in the roaster last weekend, and I've still got quite a bit of it left over. So tonight we're making this old-fashioned ham and potato chowder. It's one of my favorite ways to use up leftover ham. And with the holidays coming, people are going to be looking for recipes to use up ham. So here we go. Let's go ahead and have a look at everything we need to put together a pot of this delicious ham and potato chowder. Okay guys, well here's our short list of ingredients for our delicious old-fashioned ham and potato chowder. We'll start with the stars of the show. I have about 3 good-sized russet potatoes here that I have peeled and diced into some good-sized pieces here. Anytime you make a potato soup, you want to make sure the pieces are fairly large, otherwise you make a big batch of soupy mashed potatoes. And then here I have some diced ham. I'm gonna take about 2 cups of it from here and I'll measure it out with a measuring cup shortly. I have a 1.5 cups of matchstick carrots. But if you wanted to use, 2 medium carrots and peel them and slice them, that'd be perfectly fine. This is about a 1/2 cup of just coarsely diced yellow onion. And then I have some finely chopped celery here. And then I did take some of the tops. I actually love to cook with the celery tops. I think they add so much flavor, you guys. And I actually don't have like cans or a Tetra Pak of chicken broth around right now, so I'm going to be using some water, probably about 6 cups of water, and 2 of these Knorr bouillon cubes. And I do have them labeled. I have a jar that I keep my bouillon in, and I have the chicken, the beef, and the tomato all together, so it's easier to dig them out of there. Cornstarch. We will need some cornstarch to thicken this up. And then spice wise, we're going to use a little bit of white pepper, dried parsley, and dried thyme just to keep it simple. But that's it. Let's go ahead and get cooking, guys. Okay guys, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead, I always forget to mention the oil. I'm gonna go in with a couple tablespoons of olive oil here. And then honestly, we're just gonna go in kind of with everything. And you can see our pot is going up very, very quickly. Celery. And then I'm realizing, guys, I forgot to mention the half and half. At the end, we will polish this recipe off with about a 1/2 cup of half and half. Or if you have heavy cream. So I'm just going to let this cook down for a couple of minutes, and then we'll add in our spices. Okay, so guys, I'm going to eyeball about a good 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. And then here I'm just kind of eyeballing about a teaspoon of dried parsley. And I'm just going to go in with a good dash of white pepper, probably about a teaspoon. Very good stir. Smells so good, guys, with the smoky ham and all those fragrant spices, and you can smell the celery and the onions and the carrots. It smells so good. Okay, so now before I add the broth, I'm going to add in a little cornstarch to thicken this, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. If you don't have any cornstarch handy, you can use flour. If you use flour, you will need to use about a 1/4 cup. The general rule for all, subbing cornstarch for flour or vice versa is that you would use half as much cornstarch as you would flour in a recipe. So just thought I'd share that. But we're gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna put 2 tablespoons cornstarch, and then we're gonna stir this until it's all coated. Okay, so this is 6 cups of water, and that looks to be the perfect amount. And so now we're just gonna crumble in these bouillon cubes. And I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but my kids are watching Frozen. Maybe that's memories when they were a little smaller. So there was 1. And there's 2. Okay guys, so we're just gonna put the cover on and let this soup simmer for about 20 minutes until the potatoes are nice and tender. Okay guys, so I just did a little taste test. I tasted one of the potatoes. They are perfectly tender. Maybe you can see it. The cornstarch has worked to thicken up the broth a little bit, and then of course the starch from the potatoes themselves will add a little thickness to the soup. But it's done. It's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and top it off with our half and half. And I'm not measuring it, but I'm going to eyeball about a 1/2 cup of half and half and give it that creaminess. And I'm going to bring the pot back just to a boil for about a minute. And we are going to call this old-fashioned ham and potato chowder. Perfectly good. Okay guys, well that's it. That was quick and easy, and we are all so ready to eat. My kids absolutely love this soup. They gobble it up. It does not last long around here. I actually made a batch of my homemade skillet dinner rolls to go with this soup. But if you want to serve it with crackers, I'm actually going to put a link in here to my skillet dinner rolls and my homemade crackers. But of course, if you have, saltines from the store, which we keep around on a regular basis too, perfectly good with this soup. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great rest of the week. If you are new to my channel, stopping by for the first time, be sure to hit that red subscribe button down below and the notification bell, so you'll be the first to know every time I get something uploaded to YouTube. Thanks guys, stay safe out there. I'll see you in another video really, really soon.